Okay, starting chapter 2 then, we start with relations and functions. Remember that a function can only have exactly one range value to match with each x or domain value. What I mean is no repeats for the x. So there's kind of a couple different kinds we can have. A one-to-one function is going to have exactly, each range is used exactly once. An onto function isn't going to have any extra values. Like here I had that extra c. Notice the onto doesn't have that. And if it's both, it'll map pretty well. So what we're going to do here, determine whether each relation is a function. So I'm looking for repeats in the x domain values. When it comes to a graph, what we're going to do is by looking for where, like the vertical line test, which is kind of hard to explain in a video. But if I draw a vertical line everywhere on here, I'm looking for where it might touch more than once. Okay, so what I might do is just take my pencil and drag it across the screen. I drew a bunch of vertical ones just to give it an idea there. I noticed one of these caught my eye. Check it out right here. Look what happened. My line went through it more than once. That means there's a repeat in the x values. So this one is not a function. Okay, then I come over here. When they give you a mapping like this, and by the way, your delta math is definitely going to have some of these mapping ones, and it's kind of confusing looking, so pay attention here. What we're looking for is the input. The input is the domain. That's going to be over here. Each time, it should match to only one range value. So I should be able to say, -3 has an arrow to what number? And you should only be able to tell me one number. It goes to 0. Okay? -2 only goes to one number. -1, 0, and 1. They all only go to one number. That means that this one is a function. So yes, function. Big hint here. Watch the video that's provided for you on Delta Math on this assignment to learn how to plug that in, because it's weird, okay? I'm warning you now. Here's a little more vocabulary. A discrete versus continuous relation. Use your brain here. Continuous, I can draw it without ever lifting my pencil, whereas a discrete has, some spots that are kind of broken up there. I mentioned this vertical line test already. Here's some actual graphs. You can see how they've drawn their dashed line here. The one on the left is a function. The one on the right is not. It crosses twice in multiple locations. So that one is not. And let's see, I think that's all we're going to do. Yep, that's it. It's on Delta Math.